Today I will show you how I make a brioche-like vegan steamed cake. It is great for kids because there is no sugar added and its vibrant colors come from the pureed vegetables. My steamed buns are in 3 different colors with 3 different fillings: the banana and peanut butter, the sugarless hazelnut chocolate, and the third one is a pureed sweet potato with cocoa powder and dates. Today I'm showing you a vegan version, which is a great option for the little ones with food allergies. But I did previously share with you a traditional yeast cake recipe, which you can check out by clicking here, and I'll also link it for you in the description box below. And if you want, you can totally use it here. Today I'm using fresh yeast, but the dried instant ones would also work great. I start by mixing it with 100 milliliters of slightly warm coconut milk, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and 3 tablespoons of flour. I give it a quick mix and I leave it covered for about 20 minutes while I prepare the pureed vegetables. I use a simple glass jar to blend the veggies. I start by pouring in 1/3 of a cup of water and I mark its level. This will be the quantity of pureed vegetables we will need to make. Now I empty the water and I add around 1/4 of a cup of cooked or baked beetroot with a splash of coconut milk. I used my immersion blender to make a smooth puree, and I used the same technique with the green spinach mix and the yellow sweet potato one. For the spinach, you can either use 1/4 of a cup of frozen spinach or you can use 50 grams of fresh one. Before using the fresh spinach, I blanched it, meaning I put it in a boiling salted water for just 1 minute. And directly after this time, I transferred it into ice-cold water to quickly cool it down. This way it keeps its beautiful green color. Okay, so after blending it, I scrape the sides and I fill it up with some extra coconut milk until the 1/3 cup mark. Then I blend it once more to mix it. And voila, the colorful purees are ready. Let's have a look at our yeast mixture. By now it should be all alive and bubbly. I divide it and I add 1/3 of it into each vegetable mixture, along with 2/3 of a cup of flour and a pinch of salt. And now I mix it well with a spoon. This dough is rather soft and sticky. I cover it and I leave it in a warm place for about 2 hours for it to double its size, or in the fridge overnight. After this time, I give it a gentle punch to deflate it. I add some extra flour and I transferred it onto a working surface to knead it for another 5 minutes. You don't want to add too much extra flour, not to make the buns too heavy, but just enough so that the kneading is possible. Lightly sprinkling the flour on the table and on your hands is very helpful. Now I roll each dough into a rectangular/oval shape and it's time to add the fillings. First, this haselnut chocolate cream, which is made with xylitol instead of sugar. I spread a layer of it and I sprinkled with some ground almonds. The next filling I made was crushed banana and peanut butter. It turned out fine but rather liquid, so the next time I also added a sprinkle of ground nuts into it to keep it drier. And to make the last spread, I blended 1/4 of a cup of cooked sweet potato, 3 dates and 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. If you are using a very dry type of dates, you might want to soak them overnight to make them easier to blend in. And after blending, this turns into this sweet chocolatey cream. Again, I spread it on the dough. And then I roll it. Now I recently saw this fun trick to use a dental floss to cut it. Instead, I chose to use a sewing thread and it worked out great. And the cutting itself was very satisfying to do. Okay, so now to steam the cake, I use such a metallic insert with holes, which I will then place above a pot with boiling water. I line it with a baking paper in which I made a few holes for the steam to enter. And now I place the rainbow buns in it, but before steaming, I cover them with a kitchen towel and I let them to grow for another 30 minutes. After this time, I place them over a pot with simmering water. I cover them and I let them steam for about 35 minutes. After this time, the buns will puff up even more. I let them cool down a bit before transferring onto a plate. Just look at those vibrant colors. These vegan steam buns are brioche-like, soft and fluffy. And my toddlers absolutely loved them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to stay up to date with all my newest family-friendly meal ideas, do subscribe to this channel and click the bell so that you are notified when my newest videos are out. Thank you for watching until the end, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!